everybody, welcome to my platform. If you're just coming across my platform for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So today is about Abba Kyari, the Super Cup. Today we woke up to the news that he has been busted for drug trafficking. So today we are going to be talking about Abba Kyari. Pantami, the communication minister, as Asuu declared him his professorship illegal, as well as Asuu is about to embark on a 1-month warning strike because the federal government has not fulfilled their own part of the promise. So today let's go down and digest everything that is happening in Nigeria, because Nigeria now comedy central. You wake up every day with one gist after the other because the country is fantastically corrupt. So let's get down. Welcome back. This is the TESMAKENZ show where everything happens. So if you are just coming across my platform for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. So this is our super cup that is called Abba Kyari, that was rope with this 419 oh my goodness, what's his name now? Hush Puppy. It was alleged that he had dealing with Hush Puppy. So the FBI wanted him, but the Nigeria police have not actually released him to the American FBI. So this morning, everything burst as NDLA declared him wanted due to some certain circumstances. So I'm going to be reading few brief from the NDLA themselves, what they have to say concerning Abba Kyari for them to declare him wanted. So let's get down. So this is Abba Kyari, the Super Cup. He was supposed to be the Super Cup until he was roped with Hush Puppy. That was where the old kata starts coming out everywhere. Kata for Nigeria. So now, today that is supposed to be Valentine's Day, jolly. That was when the whole saga burst that Abba Kyari is wanted by NDLA. So the NDLA declared suspected DCP Abba Kyari wanted over 25 kg cocaine deal. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, has declared the suspended commander of Intelligence Response Team, IRT, at the Police Intelligence Bureau of the Nigeria Police Force, DCP Abba Kyari, wanted over his involvement in a 25-kilogram cocaine deal. The Anti-Narcotic Agency declared Kyari wanted at a press briefing addressed by its Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi, at its national headquarters in Abuja on Monday, 14 February 2022. The agency said it took the decision after all effort to get him to honor further former invitation for his interrogation failed. Why is interrogation failure? So he said about the agency bemoan a situation where those who are supposed to support current effort to stem the tide of illicit drug trafficking and abuse are they themselves neck deep in the manias. Part of the text read at the briefing reads, "There is no better way to start this press briefing than to remind us about the enormity of the drug problems Nigeria has on its hand and the imperative of all well-meaning Nigerians to play a positive role in curbing the illicit drug manias. Even before the damning founding of the 2018 National Drug Use and Health Survey, Nigerian drug problem was getting close to epidemic proportion. And if anything, the arrest and seizure by NDLA in the past 12 months is an indication that the country's drug problem was grossly underestimated before President Muhammad Buhari resolved to strengthen the NDLA and the subsequent launch of offensive action by the agency to clean the society of the manians. And in just 12 months, even the most clinical of Nigerians now agree that the country is really in a drug quagmire and therefore appreciate the relentless effort of the NDLA operative. Unfortunately, some law enforcement agents who should be in partner in the pursuit of the president's mandate are at the forefront of breaking the law, as they aid and abet drug trafficking in the country. Today, we are forced to declare one of such law enforcement agency wanted in the person of suspended DCP Abba Kyari, the SY commander of the Intelligent Response Team (IRT) at the First Intelligence Bureau of the Nigerian Police Force. With the intelligence at our disposal, the agency strongly believe that DCP Kyari is a member of a drug cartel that operates the Brazil-Ethiopia-Nigeria illicit drug pipeline, and it needs to answer questions that crop up in an ongoing drug case in which he is the principal actor. His failure to cooperate forced the hand of the agency, and that is the reason for this press briefing. The agency provided a clue on some of its findings in the course of investigating the drug deal. The saga started on Friday, January 21st, 2022, when DCP Kyari initiated a call to one of the NDLA officers in Abuja at 2:12 p.m. When the officer returned the call 2 minutes later, Kyari informed him he was coming to see him to discuss an operational matter after the Jumat service. He appeared at the agreed venue of the meeting with the officer and went straight to the crux of the matter. This was it. His team had intercepted and arrested some trafficker that came into the country from Ethiopia with, according to him, 25 kg of cocaine. He proposed a drug deal whereby he and his team had to take 15 kg of the cocaine and leave 10 kg for the persecution of the suspect arrested with the illicit drug in Enugu. In the meantime, the Pauline cocaine will be replaced with a dummy worth 15 kg. He asked the NDLA officer to persuade men of the FCT command to play along as well. By 11:05 on Monday, January 24th, after the agency gave the officer the green light to play along, he and Kyari began a WhatsApp call for the rest of the day. The officer conveyed their willingness to play the game. At this point, Kyari disclosed that the 15 kg already taken out was shared between the informants that provided information for the seizure and himself and his men of the IRT of the Nigerian police. According to him, the informants were given 7 kg while his team took 8 kg, which was already sold. He then offered to pay the NDLA team, that is the officer and the FCT commander, by selling on their behalf half of the remaining 10 kg, thereby further reducing the original cocaine for the persecutor to just 5 kg. At 7 million naira per kilogram, the proceeds from the 5 kg will amount to 35M. That's a big money. At the exchange rate of 570 per dollar, being the black market rate for the day. January 24, 2022, in effect, it will be delivering $61,400 to the NDLA team. He had put pressure on our officer to wrap up the arrangement with the commander of the FCT command to take custody of the drug and suspect from his men who were on ground in Abuja. At the time, he was speaking from Lagos, where he allegedly traveled for private business. The next day, January 25th, Kyari offered to send his younger brother to deliver the payment while his men delivered the suspect. But our officer turned down the suggestion, insisting that he would rather deal with him in person and was therefore prepared to wait for him to return from Lagos. By 5:23 p.m., Kyari was in Abuja and met with the officer at the same rendezvous where they had the first meeting. In their discussion, he had disclosed how his team received the information from a double-crosser who betrayed the trafficker to him, showing a solid connection between law enforcement agency and the drug underworld. He narrated how, acting on the tip-off, his team departed Abuja to Enugu and arrested the trafficker. I thought this guy was on suspension. Removed part of the consignment on his instruction and replaced some with dummy. He also indicated how to identify the remnants of the original cocaine that will be delivered to NDLA. 5 original packages marked with red dots. The reason for this was to avoid the dummy being subjected to test. He forwarded a picture of the marked original cocaine package. According to the plan, once the 5 kg cocaine has been tested in the presence of the suspect and confirmed positive, there will be no need to test the remaining one, being dummies. He also brought with him the money from the sales of the 5 kg share of the NDLA team, a total of $61,400. Our officer, however, preferred to take the money inside his car, while the car was wired with sound and video recorder. So, Kyari wasn't smart enough to know that they will record him, eh? NDLA has had the mandate to take custody of suspects and consignment of drugs seized by other arms of law enforcement. And there is a standard protocol to such transfer. This will duly followed. The suspect and drug were delivered to us on February 8th, but the last part of the process was yet to be completed. Is the debriefing of Kyari. DCP Abba was invited by NDLA for debriefing on Thursday, February 10th through 2 main channels because there is a whole lot of questions begging for answers. The invitation was legitimate and formal according to our protocol, but up to the close of office hours on Friday, February 11th, he refused to respond. Up to this moment, he hasn't responded. We are a law-abiding agency of government. We follow due process. In that vein, we will not detain suspects beyond the speculated period according to the law before we charge them to court. And Kyari must be debriefed before the suspects are arraigned in court. Having failed to honor this official invitation, NDLA has no option but to declare DCP Abba Kyari of the Nigeria Police Force wanted right from this very moment. The agency warned that it's not unaware of the threat to the life of its officers involved in the case. ensuring that it will do everything to protect its officers. It will do everything to protect its officers. We are not unaware of the threat to the life of NDLA officials involved in this investigation, even as we continue to do our best to protect our officers and men in the line of duty. We are making this strong statement to those contemplating harmful action against NDLA officials. They would only succeed in compounding their problem in the event of the murder of or harm to the officers and men of the NDLEA. Femi Babafemi, Media Director and Advocacy, NDLA Headquarters Abuja, Monday, February 14, 2022. So this was the briefing released by NDLA officers when they tried to get Abba Kyari to come to their office for the briefing before he was declared wanted. But the Nigerian police have actually delivered Abba Kyari to the NDLA force. So plenty people are saying that this is kind of a face-off, or the Nigerian government are trying to cover up so that Abba Kyari is not going to face the American FBI, because Abba Kyari was roped together with Hush Puppy that was into dubious activity. So he was supposed to come to America to explain his involvement in the case, in which he has not responded. So people were giving various comments that this is another plot whereby Abba Kyari is not going to respond to his crime, his alleged crime, the involvement he had with Hush Puppy. But on my own part, I was like, if the top people that they are trying to protect Abba Kyari, I don't think they will go to this extent of disgracing him to this point. You know, Abba Kyari was being termed as a super cop. Abba Kyari was once the one chasing criminal, and now he has become a criminal himself. I don't think those at the top hierarchy of power, those that are protecting him, I don't think they will want to disgrace him this way, because if they are to do this, it's going to spill out and many things is going to come out of it. So I don't really think, anyway, that's my own opinion. What's everybody are entitled to their opinion, so this is my own opinion. I don't think they would want to go about it that way. But that's what some people are saying, that this is just a cover up so that Abba Kyari will not going to answer to his crime in America. So this is the video evidence the NDLA released concerning how Abba Kyari was nabbed in action.
Guda biyar uku amma suna cikin wayannan guda biyu wannan babba ne da wannan akwai da an hada biyu ina ga ɗaya da an hada uku ne a ce bari wanda duka is up to 25 duka is 25 but one da suna da guda masu dot nan ba sune 5 to sune za a yi testing kashi biyu nan sune masu dot na sune za a yi testing na okay. I just dot one of my dot na shiga shi. Okay. As soon as su kuma su biyu ne dan kada su. Ɗayan biyu ne a haɗe. Ɗayan kuma ɗaya ne babba. Okay. There are 3 bags. So but duk ɗaya biyu a haɗe, ɗaya kuma ɗaya. Amma total loss is 5 kg. Amma sauran da single. Sauran ma akwai wanda biyu a haɗe ne. Haka yadda dai suka zo da shi da mu ba mu taba ba. Exactly yadda aka yi recovery haka. Wannan shi ne guda wannan taxi daga nan kuma okay, please 10 10
Okay. We don't want to go to the machine and get a driver now. The
she might have been in the office.
So,
no, no.
So that was the video. The video is just you just watched, although it was in Hausa, which is Abba Kyari dialect. That was the video evidence NDLA released concerning how Abba Kyari was nabbed in the drug indictment. So this Abba Kyari was honored by the National Assembly. So this is Abba Kyari with Femi Gbalamiya, House of Rep. This was when it was being called the Super Cup. Abba Kyari, the Super Cup. This is Abba Kyari, the Super Cup, when it was honored by Femi Gbalamiya and the House of Rep. But up to now, up to date, the House of Rep, they have now withdrew this honor that was given to Abba Kyari, even after the issue he had with Hush Puppy, where he was allegedly roped with Hush Puppy concerning the fraudulent activity. Still, the honor has not been withdrawn from Abba Kyari. So this is our Abba Kyari, the supposed super cop that was supposed to be chasing criminal and end up being a criminal himself. So what do you guys think concerning this Abba Kyari? Though it's my opinion, you guys can just leave your opinion on the comment section. I don't really think if they are trying to prevent him from going to America to answer for his crime, they will want to disgrace him this way, because they know if they have to do it this way, with him knowing it's going to spill the milk. So somehow I don't believe, but some people believe this. You know, Nigeria is so corrupt, it's so fantastically corrupt, so anything can happen. So you can't really tell. People might be right, they might be wrong as well. So we are going to be going to Pantami. Let's take a quick break. Hi, welcome back. Please, if you are just joining me, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So the next topic for today is concerning Issa Pantami. Oh, before I go, the Nigerian police has hand over Abba Kyari to NDLA. So next we are going to be talking about Issa Pantami, the communication minister. So this Issa Pantami was given a professorship from Futo University. Asuu now have said that Issa Pantami professorship is illegal. So Mr. Farouk has this to say concerning the professorship of Issa Pantami, Nigeria Communication Minister. Mr. Farouk said, "We should thank Asuu on Pantami fraud professorship." I woke up to the news that the national leadership of the Academic Staff Union of University, Asuu, has finally officially endorsed what I have proved conclusively in a series of articles, that Isa Alim Ibrahim appointment as professor of cybersecurity at the Federal University of Technology Owerri is fraudulent, unmerited, a crying violation of well-established protocol, and should be reclined forthwith. Asuu should be thanked, because I can guarantee anyone reading this that they must have resisted enormous financial and political pressure to publicize this. I know this because Pantami and his PR team have extended millions of naira to bribe journalists to not expose his fraud, to conjure random unprincipled academics to endorse it, to purchase the silence of people who should talk, and to window bloggers and social media influencers to defend it. Given my relationship with him, he probably didn't expect that I'll be the one to unmask his multi-layered fraud professional dissemination. And for idiots who said I exposed him out of envy, I am already a legitimate full professor at a legitimate university. Why should I envy someone who is using childishly shameful, reputational, injurious scam tactics to get what I already have? I am doing this whether or not anyone believes me, in the interest of truth. In the interest of truth, decency, and a desire to preserve what remains of the idea of the university in Nigeria. I won't talk about what I know of the disgraceful, shady, behind-the-scene corruption that Pantami perpetuated to get FUTO to defile its own long-standing regulation to confer an unearned professorship on him. But the fact will soon be asked when the dust of this daylight fraud professional is settled. It suffices for now to just reveal that 3 Northern universities that Pantami has bagged with plenty of money and political pressure to make him professor declined. So the North declined, the East accepted. Declined him outright. They couldn't defend making a former assistant professor at a Saudi university, roughly equivalent to a senior lecturer or a lecturer one, not in their employ, to a professor while he is a minister who would be teaching or researching at the school. That says something. That says something about the cash and carry character of FUTO. FUTO is located in the eastern part of Nigeria. So the North refused to take the money given to them, but the East decided to go with it. Corruption everywhere. Would FUTO agree to make a random person in Abuja with no political connection and no desire to relocate to Owerri to teach, but who has a PhD and resigned as a senior lecturer at a foreign university, a professor just like that? Plus, FUTO job for the a photo job ad for the position of professor, which can be found on their website, to which Pantami supposedly applied, says the candidate must have at least 12 years of post-PhD teaching experience. Pantami only has 7, 4 of which are in government. His entire university teaching experience is also fewer than 10 years. Would Futo appoint a random person in Abuja with less than 10 years of post-PhD experience and just 10 poorly written articles published in fraudulent pay-to-play journalists as a professor in absentia? A senior professor who followed my uncovering of Pantami professional fraud said he was convinced that Pantami is more mentally ill than fraudulent. I said I think he is both. A religious leader who is addressed by the respected title of Sheikh, who goes out of his way to bribe and booklong university into calling him a professor, even when he knows he doesn't deserve it. It is clearly sick. But it is even more sick that shortly after his Futo fraud professorial appointment, he caused every agency under the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy to hang a few portraits of him. Title professor affixed to his name. Then he wrote to all the agency under his ministry and requested them to henceforth address him as Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami. I kid you not. How more sick can a person be? This man's sickness is clearly high and deep. You say you are his friend. He said this man's sickness is clearly high and deep. That is why he won't give up. Expect him to further bribe, intimidate, or close the unprincipled and easily possessable fraudster at Futo to issue a statement saying Asuu has no right to reclaim Pantami professional appointments. You see, the corruption in Nigeria is deep. The corruption in Nigeria is so deep. It has eaten deep into the fiber of everybody in Nigeria. So Futo name has been rubbed in the mud because of Pantami. 3 universities in the north rejected Pantami not to give him this professorship. But Futo from the east decided to, because of money bag, decided to give him the professorship money. You see corruption in Nigeria. But corruption has eaten deep into the fiber of everybody in Nigeria. That is why nothing is working. Nothing is working. Those that are at the end of affair, that they are supposed to do something right, so that the country will be working, so that the country will be going smoothly. No, they will be the one that will be the most corrupt among all. The most corrupt. You see, the North rejected the offer, rejected the money back, but the East collected it. So now Futo has rubbed their name in the mud just because they wanted change. They wanted few of that Abuja money, that free money that they are getting from Abuja. They also wanted to collect part of it. So now this guy is saying Pantami will not give up. He's going to throw in some more money so that Futo can come out and debunk this allegation. That is Pantami for you, and the plenty corruption that is going on in Naija. So I'm going to end it today with Asuu. Asuu. So Asuu, they have embarked on a 1 month strike. Asuu have embarked on a 1 month strike, warning strike. So now students will be at home instead of them to be in the school. So if the federal government cannot meet up to Asuu demand, they are going to go to indefinite strike. See, indefinite strike, students will just be at home being idle, doing nothing. Meanwhile, those that are at the end of affair, that are supposed to make things work, their children are outside, their children are abroad. It's the everyday, it's the common man children that is in this Nigerian universities and college of education and everything that is going to suffer for it. The federal government should please honor the demands of Asuu so that this strike, this warning strike, will not extend to an indefinite strike. So this is what I have for you guys today. Please don't forget to leave your opinion on the comment section. What do you think concerning this our Super Cup Abba Kyari and Pantami fraud professorship, and our student that will be at home because of this Asuu strike? So this is where I'm going to call it a day. I hope you guys have a fantastic day with me, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So until next time, stay blessed. One love. Bye bye.